Hey guys, so I watched an interesting movie today. It's called Skin Deep. In German, it's called Ausschmeiner Out. And so there's this German film festival happening in Sydney right now. I mean, in Australia, in pretty much all the major cities. And I think it's going on till the 24th. 10 more days to go. So this is the first movie that I watched this year. Um, I generally like watching other language movies just to understand the culture, their way of life, and then their perspective and all that. And German movies in general, I think they deal with a lot of. They make you think about. They make you think about the nature of life. So there is this Netflix series called Dark, and it's about time travel and overlapping timelines, and it's a very interesting series. I think it's one of the best series available on Netflix. So if you guys have not seen that, you should watch it. Okay, let's get back to this movie. So what happens in this movie is a couple. So I have like shown here this Tristan and Layla. They're a couple. They go to an island, and that island is some kind of like a modern day, like a spiritual kind of a place. It actually reminded me of a lot of these Osho, Jaggi, Vasudev, and that kind of stuff. But it's very modern. It's not. There's no spiritual guru or nothing like that. So this person, it's all about body swapping. The whole movie is about body swapping. In There's a Tamil movie called Chinna Vadyar. It also deals with this. It's a very old 90s movie, but it's a comedy. But this movie is much more serious and in like intense drama kind of genre. So so this dude, although he is a guy, he has swapped bodies with his daughter. So he calls himself Stella, and everybody calls him Stella. So Stella, I think she passed away because of some kind of a disorder or disease that she has, and I believe Roman is his son. Mm, but since he, since um the dad passed away, I mean the dad's soul. It's an interesting thing. So this I believe they are both brother and sisters. If I'm not wrong, I am not 100% sure about that. And there's another couple that also visit the island. They are Mo and Fabienne. So the whole movie deals with the body swapping between these people. So I'll tell you the sequence. So first, Tristan and Mo they swap bodies, and Leila and Fabian they swap bodies. Layla, so that's going to be spoilers as usual. So if you're not like I don't know if you guys get to watch film festivals, whoever's watching, I'm not sure who watches my videos. But if you're not seeing this and if you want to watch it, like stop it right now. Um, so so first body swapping happens between these four, right? So Layla becomes very happy in her Fabian's body, and but Tristan, he doesn't like it that much. While they are in their swapped bodies, Tristan and Fabian they have sex with each other, and Tristan wants to swap back, so he goes back. Layla is not very happy about that. Now he wants to go home, but she wants to stay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the whole story, and then I'll give you different perspectives of like what I thought about it. So Layla is very unhappy, so she wants to stay there. So Roman offers to swap body with her, so she swaps body with him. And now there's Layla is in a guy's body now, and there's some kind of gay thing, although it's not technically gay. B- Tristan is a bit confused about it, about how he feels about having sex with like Layla in Roman's body. That goes on for some time, and Layla again is very happy in Roman's body. She wants to escape, but Tristan doesn't think it's a good idea. So eventually, before the movie ends, they go back to Layla goes back to her own body, and Layla and Tristan swap bodies. So that's how the movie ends. So all so it's like Layla is she's never happy in her body. I mean, throughout the movie, she keeps saying that. They don't reveal the reason as to why she's not happy in her own body. But there's lots of discussions about how one's body, impacts one's happiness, and how they become a different person. Though technically, it's the soul that that is the self, right? But depending on the body you are in, you feel happy or unhappy, you feel different, you feel energized. So it got me wondering, right? Like, wow, that's an interesting way to look at the nature of life, isn't it? That's what these some of the German movies they make me do that. Like they have some really profound influence on the way I look at life. Like example for example, Dark is it's one of those movies, not a movie like a Netflix series, because they constantly deal with this time travel and this and that. I mean, if you watch it, you don't understand what I mean. If you've already seen that, you'll understand what I mean. So that's the story, right? So this would, like, from a normal perspective, to a regular moviegoer, this would be like, okay, there's this unhappy girl, the and she wants to be happy, and then so she swaps bodies with different people, and then eventually her boyfriend sacrifices his body to her, and then they live happily ever after. That is one way to look at things, right? Now there's many other ways to look at it. One interesting way to look at it is, I was looking at it from a how do I say this? Let's say, let's talk from the perspective of um, how do I say this? The spiritual perspective, right? Let's say spiritual reincarnation, that kind of perspective. If you think about it, basically, we are born in a certain body, and then when we die, and then reincarnate. We are basically the same soul, but we come back in a different body, isn't it? So if you look at it from that perspective, you would find this whole movie a very spiritual experience. Like, the spirit is moving between different bodies. The spirit is trying to choose what body suits the spirit, and then eventually makes a decision, right? With Layla's case and Tristan's case, the spirit is already happy, but that spirit makes a sacrifice for the sake of his girlfriend, and then they swap bodies. So that is one perspective, right? And if you look at it from a like a trans woman or a trans man, that kind of perspective, You can look at these two people, right? These two people swap bodies. So um, they would be able to relate to the, okay, like that's exactly how I feel, like, because when I was in the woman's body, I wasn't really happy, because fundamentally I'm a guy. My soul is a guy. So I feel really happy when I move to Roman's body. So there's that perspective, and in this day and age, this far left ideology and that kind of stuff, um, gender fluidity and that kind of stuff, that makes sense from that perspective, right? And there could be another perspective as well. Like, I was looking at the way the characters are cast, right? So if you watch throughout the movie, you will find that Tristan is a bit of a simp, like a beta male, or you can say, right? So he always gets manipulated by Layla, and there are a few scenes that give you that kind of understanding. So this Mo guy is a kind of an alpha male, right? So after they swap bodies, and then this Mo in Tristan's body, and then Tristan in Mo's body, Mo tries to kiss Tristan, and then like he doesn't like it, right? And all the time, Layla plays this kind of masculine role. She keeps emotionally manipulating him. She is this kind of the she has the upper hand between these two, right? And there's another scene where Tristan and Stella in Roman's body, they have sex, right? What happens? It's Stella in Roman's body who becomes the fucker, and then Tristan becomes the fucky. If that's even a word. Basically, what I mean is Roman kind of sodomizes Tristan. So if you look at it from that perspective, Stella is taking on the masculine role even when they are two guys, right? And then Tristan is playing this kind of a feminine role. And eventually they swap bodies, meaning the masculine person within Layla has taken over Tristan's masculine body, and then this feminine entity within Tristan has taken over Layla's feminine body, Layla's female body. So you can, if you look at it from that perspective, it is like it's an interesting perspective again. And if you look at it from a different perspective, right? Like, so there's this Fabian who comes to this island for the second time. Earlier, she would have come along with the Roman. Now, her ex, right? And then the second time, she is coming along with Mo, who's kind of an alpha guy. And when they're about to leave, their marriage almost is like as good as broken. So there's, on the one hand, there's this emotionally manipulative woman with a beta male who's unhappy, and on the other hand, there's an alpha male. There's a beautiful woman who's with an alpha male, and she's unhappy as well. So it only goes to prove that women are never happy. Oh, I'm just joking. You can never make them happy. That's a sexist thing to say, but well, it was a joke. So there's so many different perspectives to look at this movie. It's a very interesting movie, and Gotta love these Germans for what an interesting movie, man. You guys should watch this movie. It's I've not seen that many German movies, honestly, right? But whatever few that I've seen always made me think. They are really, really thought provoking, and they make you question a lot of things about your existence, about nature itself, about life, the nature of life. Very interesting movie. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye. I'll see you in another video.